Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back once again to Anno 800. Now we're back here in Monument Row, as I like to call it, and yeah, we have finished another monument right over here, or another phase that is right for the Imperial Institute. So let's go in and finish that one and continue onwards with phase 3. For this we have all the materials, also the engineers, and the investors of the city have taken a keen interest in the research of the scholars. In order to support them and at the same time to further boost the profits from the new achievements, the investors have decided to build this monumental structure. I love how there's a name behind that too. There it is, and yep, it's looking into the wrong direction.
I wouldn't be caught dead without a
as expected though.
predators on me.
So let's plan it right. But yeah, we'll just see if we have it here. I mean, it's not that bad looking. I think we could actually keep it here, right? And then the embassy behind it, and something else here perhaps. We'll just see how we do this. Alright, let's head back though to... Is here. I've been reloading this like countless times now, and it seems like I've been missing a step early on where we could help the workers. Anyway, I would have to reload the whole Enbesan questline again to get the right ending here, so we're not doing this. I'm sorry for this. You can read the right translation. I've pinned it into the comment section for you if you want to figure it out yourself. But here we are again with Vahadesha, and in this case here we need to do now the right translation. So the right translation I can do, right? And between the two countries that these men represent, may the first trade seal the beginning of an eternal friendship. So we can do this, right? And for one needs the mortality of their plants for their rituals, while the other, that's the priests, need the fields to cultivate. This would be the right translation here, right? With that, we face the consequences.
Very well.
The problem though is that now we would need to have the Oath Stone questline still active, which I don't have.
We welcome and support you.
And then we could translate the Oath Stone, right? And with that, we could actually finish the Vahadesha questline for good. Unfortunately, since I don't have this questline, and since the game kind of like, you know, locks you out of that if you made the wrong decision earlier, then you're basically locked out of the real reunion here.
I shall be delighted to decrypt.
So in this case, I'm just going ahead with this now, because simply I don't care anymore, because it was horrible. It was horrible. I've been fiddling around a full hour now with the Vahadesha questline. There is a message here you can now translate, you know, there's the other one. You may now translate any fragment of ancient script, and now we would need to have the Oath Stone, which I don't have. So in this case, there is no other ending here for me anymore, right? So we're going back to this, to Ketema. We're basically telling him now that the priests lied, so they're liars.
I had expected better than common forgery from priests.
They made up their own story. If we would have the Oath Stone, we could prove this further and the priests would give in, right? We don't have the Oath Stone. So in this case, we basically tell them, you lied, but we have no proof of that. And the world will know they have lied for countless centuries, profiting off the work of others in their foul indolence. Doubtless they felt bring the soul keepers. Perhaps they merely feared that the library would be lost. The library, what is it about but walls hollowed by time and the dust of desiccated spirits and bodies? Why would they cling to such an extent to the piles of the past glory? A deep-rooted love and belief in the traditions and history, so we can still make it up to them, right? Kind of like we can protect them. Kidusi is a place of wonders and enchantment, however dust wept. There are secrets hidden in its spiral stairs that are worth 1,000 angels' words. But even so, is this legacy cause enough to let such deceit go unpunished? Is this what they will teach to those who come to them for advice? Tell me, trusted advisor, what would you do? They have challenged your authority once, they will do it again. Unity comes with tolerance and acceptance of others' failures and mistakes. Let's do this. So they have moved even you to mercy. I see the wisdom in your words. It takes greater courage to forgive someone's mistakes. If this is what the priest taught you, then there may yet be wisdom to be found there.
Ship under attack.
Just say the word.
So with this we get the... At least we get one part of it right, the absolution.
This decree, I would punish the priests for their lies. But people look to them for guidance. Very well. Let them be united with the Empire. I pray for their sake, this misguidedness does not renew itself.
And we bring it back the decree of absolutions. Even though the priests lied, we convince Ketema to forgive them for the sake of everybody, basically, so they may join, right?
On our way.
Holy cow, people, what a questline. You will not get ahead of this at all.
You've been looking for me.
And in this case here, another court sent. There you go, Theodora. So the structure is still unsafe. Skyline Tower.
An Imperial decree. I had hoped. Katema's support at least ensures the library will remain. And time is on our side, as it has ever been on Kidusi.
I wonder if they had been right, whether it would have changed anything. It matters not. Our unity, our future, is now close at hand. You have done well, brushing away the cobwebs on Kidusi. I have made arrangements, even a new monastery, so that the priests of Kidusi can join the rest of us under one faith.
At last, our magnum opus is complete. There it is. These
And
chronicles
there it is. We get
herald a
the
new
epic
golden
Chronicles of
age,
Enbesa. If we
the
would
age
have
of
the old stone
lions,
now as well,
the
we would get a
triumph of
legendary
Enbesa,
item.
and
That is
we,
the whole difference here.
architects of its
Still,
splendor.
Your own
Kidusi joined
poets may
Kitima.
soon sing the splendors of Enbesa.
And with that, only Angreb remains for us to completely unify Enbesa.
I?
Okay, and since I still wait for the Skyline Tower to be finished, we can continue also now with the last of the islands, which is Angreb over here. The Garden of Four King Alley, so we can continue with this, help the Anger region figure out the location of this spear that we have here. So we come to the conclusion that the library is quite a labyrinth, a fitting metaphor for a quest for enlightenment. Doubtless the priests would have found the imagery appealing. I have noticed inscriptions above each of the wings. All of them are named. I suspect these names hold the second part of the key to this enigma. Okay, so now we need to decide what these wings represent. Islands. That's not the right one. In this case, each wing is a representation of a specific place on the island. Of course, remember the inscription of the library's frontispice. Within the library is the whole of Kidusi. It corroborates your theory. If that is so, then the island of God must be the holiest place on the island. The basin of absolutions, right? Also located on the left of the temple. So the library itself is a map. How simple.
With those clues, we should be able to determine where the spear was hidden.
Probably in the temple. Close to the temple, in a place that could be related. So there is a path here that leads away. All the way down.
In the making.
But it's a columns.
I have scouted the place, and I believe I have a plan.
So how do we decide
Meet
to
me
take
when
it?
you are ready.
The mountain path seems the best
Treacherous
option.
pass. Loose rocks? I will need some sort of map to progress.
We're in the presence of a
So
virtuoso.
we have the pier here, or this broken one.
Into the mountains then. Wait till you...
Okay, now we need to wait 8 minutes.
God, I've never heard a screeching so terrible. Make it stop, for Christ's sakes!
Something else happened at the Skyline
whole
Tower?
thing's breaking! God damn... How? For all our sakes, what'll we do?
So what do we
What
do
will
here?
you
There's
do?
a way Miss
You're
Jenny's
in
working on
charge.
something.
Find a solution. You always do. This can't be it. This tower can't fall. But where the hell has she been this whole time? Not in the lab. Oh, wait. She's not in the tower, is she?
I guess she is.
Miss Jenny, what the hell is this? Is this your idea of a joke?
It's never been Miss Jenny. It's Theodora, Johnny. And honestly, I should have quit after the first note I sent. But somehow I thought, he can't be that dense. Well, here we are. This crumbling mess, it's on you. You had ample opportunity to change. The tarot card, the posters, the letters. You laughed it all off. I thought you'd be deterred by setbacks. All I ever wanted was for you to be more responsible. But whatever disguise I took on, I was always beneath you.
So who is Miss Jenny?
I'm done playing charades. I'm not Miss Jenny, not your secretary, not your engineer. Very different jobs, by the way. Let me show you who I am.
You can't be. Are you truly the one who's been interfering all along? But why? Why?
I've been the one trying to stop you all along. I'm one of them lot. I applied for this job, hoping to improve working conditions, safety, and found someone in your partner, Donny, who actually cares.
Miss Theodora, I can't fix this. You're right, you've been right. This tower is a crumbling mess. Get us out of it, please. Help me.
The people celebrate.
Okay,
your
deliver
leadership.
her 50 tons of lacquer and 50 tons of steel beams. Steel beams is easy.
Here's my plan. I've returned those stolen materials. We'll repurpose them to join the existing pillars to provide load-bearing support. What Donny should have been willing to do all along. And we'll need more.
Yeah, we have 45 tons of lacquer right now, so we need 5 more tons. It's increasing though by +1 ton, so it's just a matter of a few minutes. So here's our lacquer production. Unfortunately, we're missing the quartz sand on it right now. Everything else is there, but the quartz sand is something. By the way, what's my current demand for lacquer anyway? Because we might just bolster this one a bit further with all the upgrades we had. Somewhere down here. Of course, we can't find it like this anymore. You need to really find things now by the searching, and it's equal, which is not great. So we definitely want to build a second chemical plant for lacquer here, the second one that we have now, and we need way more quartz sand though, right? And we do have our quartz sand production over there. It's already electrified and it's already boosted by my productivity. So this, even all of this, is not enough, it seems, by a long shot. But of course, we don't need to make the full demand here, right? Because the windows are also something that takes this one in. I could use the docklands for a raw material input like this. And just look it up what we need here. There's still this saltpeter. That is something that we can actually get in low volumes with our own production. So let's switch it around to saltpeter and take the quartz sand here. In huge... Right, just with 100 tons of advanced weapons, we do get 8,000 tons of quartz sand. So this will be fixed in 19 minutes. Now we have the other quartz sand production, of course, in asterisks, right? This is where we have all of these here. And we can still bolster this a bit further. However, we also have saltpeter on it, or nitro, right? So we can go ahead and also have this production set up in asterisks and then deliver it. Holy cow, this one's full. Chaos, as it's called. So what I would like to do is I'm going to get rid of these here, and instead we're going to push in the saltpeter works. Right, we can actually push quite a few. 4 of them. That should already be fine. And I just need a few more bricks, but I think they're coming in right now. Is that right?
Aye.
Oh, they just came out of it, right? Someone took them.
Who sent us to you for aid? Perhaps you would care to explain?
That could have gone better. Master your wits. The High Priestess is a shrewd old woman.
Alright. Next
The
quest awaits us
epidemic
then.
left buildings
And
abandoned.
here we have now that production up and running, and we have the trade route set up. So all of this gets over to Crown Falls. And we go back, because we still need to wait for the lacquer, right?
The spear is here. My predecessors made no mention of this great secret. Apt precautions, seeing your shameless attempt to break in. I will let you have this spear, for Angereb is its shrine of old. But I will not have Kidusi lose such a treasure rewardlessly.
Okay, so now we need to get an artifact of epic or legendary quality. So yeah, we do have quite a few of them. Because you can also just purchase them off Ketima.
Excellent.
Instead of dismantling the status
Awaiting new
quo,
horizons.
you perpetuate.
At last, the spear returns to Angereb. Let us be on our way then.
A symbol,
Do you have the lacquer?
one that could be used by Angereb to rise up behind a new ruler. Oh, we also have the materials now, by the way.
I will take care of it. We'll let you know once it's done.
So they work now, and the Skyline Tower continues.
God damn, that was
On
close.
our way.
Okay, so we continue onwards with the spear now. In this case here, once again, this is a very, very convoluted quest line, like all of them in Enbesa. And yeah, they really went overboard with the storytelling here. In this case, we delivered the spear, of course, to the prince back. Everything else would be a betrayal, and I'm not up for this, honestly.
Go directly to the
And
trust.
there is the spear.
Spear. To think such a day would come. You have worked wonders. Come, tell us all about it.
So, was the spear truly on
An
Kidusi?
influence bonus.
We could lie, he did, but he left after being treated. We found the guard's tomb, yes. So he perished from the injuries he sustained while fleeing the site of his betrayal. A pitiful end, but one becoming of a thief. What about this spear? Did he hide it somewhere before his demise? The priest hid it while he was convalescing. The priest hid it after his death. Metaphor and cryptic hints. Will it ever end? Spare me the details. So, where is the spear? They buried it in front of the temple. They left it in the high priest's home. Buried in the temple. You have shown your trustworthiness, friend of Angarep, and I believe I understand why you chose not to bring the spear to King Getima. A wise choice. So this tomb and the guard within it, they intrigue me. Did you discover any more information? There was an inscription. The last son of Selamawi followed the rising sun. Or followed the setting sun. It was that the Macdem's entire family, the last of the line of Selamawi, perished in that murderous night long ago. I'd never believed those rumors, but this guard's final words have fueled a fire I thought long dead. What if he truly did know of a surviving heir? There is but one last matter that must be attended to, while we prepare the celebrations at which we will pledge our allegiance to the Empire. We ask that you investigate this presumed lost heir of the Elamay, hiding somewhere in Enbesa.
Look to the registries and harbor manifests. A lone ship with a fleeing mariner should have been recorded.
Okay, so let's find this out. Visit the harbors of Enbesa. So these 3 that we have up there. To speed it up, let's put this in a clipper. We do have quite a few clippers already, but with them we can kind of like transport them. And let's just check it out.
Registry? The city is barely a decade old, so there will be little information. You are welcome to a copy, should you need it.
So he's got nothing. Next we have Vahadesha.
Ketima's forces burnt the harbor when they invaded. All the registries went up in flames.
He's got nothing for us.
On our way.
Okay, give me your harbor records. There you go.
Leave the island, but we had a copy prepared for you.
There's a fugitive some over here now.
Route plotted.
It was on Vahadesha after all. There is a ruined skiff. A thick crust of salt has enshrined the skiff remains into eternity. Check out Yara. She knows more about this perhaps. Where is she? Up here? I don't see her though. There she is now. Ooh, took her quite some time to get outside after knocking.
Ship, you say? Bearing a visitor? It was long ago, but I think I remember. Follow me.
Okay. He was kind to me. He made bows and arrows to play at hunting, but I never knew his voice. If you could clear the overgrowth, it would relish it seeing him once more. Clear this one up. Old man's house. The house of the man who escaped Angarep on the evening of the murder of the last of the Elamais. An old man's desk. An old man's armor. No matter how long I stay, no matter how at home the locals make me feel, there's always a shadow, so he's fleeing.
One would not have guessed.
Pick up the diary at Vahadesha.
His guard days were long ago, and he was afraid. He rests in peace now. Take his diary, and may...
With that, we got the diary, and bring that back to Angarep now.
On our way!
Some trace of your quarry? The time has come for a new king, a new age. Let his rule be a time of glory for Angarep and generosity for its friends.
So find out who the traitor is.
Ship under attack.
People of Angarep, our time has finally come. I'm Caleb, distant descendant of Lepne through Tomasi,
All
and rightful
hail King
ruler
Caleb
of Angarep.
Angarep, he who will free us of the usurper Ketima, and hail our friend who brought this joyous day upon us.
So, final chance at peace.
Ketima
At last,
is
the muster of
not our
Angarep's
king,
forces is complete, in no
neither
small
will we
part
have
due
war
to
with
your support. The Emperor refuses. The Emperor is
support our
willing
independence,
to acknowledge
He
the
will have
sovereignty.
no choice but
So, the Emperor refuses. Then the Emperor is a fool. Okay, hear me out. We need to complete the investigation into the lost heir to get this one. Okay, we got 13 minutes of this, it seems. Where is it? You can finding a legitimate heir could stop this conflict. You can always return to the diary you found in Bahadash. It points to the location in Angareb. So that diary mentions something over here. A nursery close to the castle, and there we have it. A worn crib. If you tend to search this place, please be careful. Everything here is dear to me, to my heart. Bittersweet though the memories may be, for this is where my king drew his last breath. Oops. Let's have a look. Tucked away out of sight, a hiding place for a child's favorite toys, slightly ajar. Inside only one toy remains, a painted effigy of a soldier.
This inscription, to Haile,
No.
the Dark, and Wag, who turned and faced it. King Wag's office holds the information. I have a key, but I doubt I should be welcome in the castle.
I am. Okay. Search for King Wag's private office.
His apartments overlook the palace ruins, as I recall. Look to the upper floors. We are grateful for your help, but the time has come to choose a side. You stand with us, or against us.
Where's his office? Somewhere here. Okay, there's a bolted door. There you go. The key turns in the lock and the door opens. You find numerous official documents. I still remember hiding and running a prince in rags in a cruel city, blood older than the tallest walls. What have I become? Yet even now there is hope. My brother's son, Hail Ketima, I couldn't kill him. There is greatness in him, beyond even our mightiest ancestors.
Be strong. The Emperor should know of this. Bring him King Wag's notes, and tell no one else.
Okay, deliver those notes. There it is, already in my boat.
Fruitful. So it is true. My father spoke of the pride of Selamawi's blood, but I had always thought it merely inspirational.
This is turning into...
Is it really surprising?
And with that we can now have, hear me out, there's more to this. Ketima, the last of Elamais, I would call you a contemptible liar for uttering such outrageous words, were it not for the visit of a strange old man wearing the coat of arms of Magdam's guards not long before your arrival. One person may lie, but two of different allegiances and histories, we are not fool enough to deny the truth. Angareb will serve the line of Selamawi. Hail, Emperor Ketima the Elamais.
By this spear, and the blood of those who ruled by it, will you have convinced us of Lord Ketema's virtue. We shall yield to him our fealty upon the spear of Selamawi and be united.
Very good. They're rallying behind Ketima now, after finding out that he is the true ancestor. And with that, we have united all of them, and all of them stand now behind Ketima. Let's wait for the spear to arrive, and then we can conclude the full disclosure. And there's the artifact coming in.
An oath of fealty, though I loathe to part with it. Please, take the spear. You have fought hardest for
Awaiting new horizons.
And there's the legendary spear of Selamawi that we can
Such
also use.
different lands, united under one wise rule. How could anyone doubt the splendor of Enbesa now?
In your brave work on Angareb, you have uncovered facts about my heritage I didn't know myself. I have agreed, per Angareb's request, to raise monuments here to Hitia the trader and strengthen our newfound bonds.
Okay, yes, we can happily say that Enbesa is now a unified empire. Ketima is a leader acclaimed by all. I must admit, Chaniho, I was surprised to see all of these communities formerly so opposed to Enbesan unification now incorporate the mark of a true leader, such as Her Majesty. So now we need to decide, elaborate on why Her Majesty might make a worthwhile ally to Enbesa. If you don't mind, to Archibald, I'd really rather remain loyal to Emperor Ketima in these negotiations. And I can remember, was it you or someone else that helped me get at the grips with mapping the local area? Definitely someone else. If I may, Yaniho, Sir Archibald, I have a proposal of my own to append to this alliance, which I believe shall strengthen it tenfold. All my life, I have dreamed of bridging learning across the globe to share knowledge. I now entrust you with these plans to build residences for scholars. What? We already have that.
All the best news never
And
cease
Enbesa
print.
and Empire agree to terms.
You have brought much change to our land, but not all of it is evil. Under your rule, the Emperor's dream of unity does not seem so hopeless.
Good and ready.
I'm sure you've received mighty gifts with great praise. That's it.
So many new horizons. This is the new age of Enbesa, and we have...
I need not say, I think, how much I owe. I will only say this. Look to the skies today, see the glory of Enbesa united, and know that history will remember your part.
There's my clipper coming. I have no idea why he's actually
Every
sitting out here.
individual.
Good and ready.
And this concludes the Enbesan questline. We do get 2 legendary items as well. Kitima's Chief Civil Engineer affects all Enbesan residences with plus happiness, and also they gain bonus residences by illuminated scripts. And then we have Tsegaye, Angrep's Market Master. Every time a passive trade happens at the trading post, there's a chance to gain 5 tons of ceramics, tapestries, and so on.
So the whole thing had...
And this, after a very long storyline, finally concludes the story of Enbesa. We have united them and they stand as equals to the crown. And we can finally continue onwards with, finishing our Skyline Monument in the next episode. Stay tuned.